This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted today to be joined at the Edge Gym with Will Jones. But once again, we're here. This time I'll definitely remember my brilliant tracksuit, which I have to say thank you for. I'll say it again. But how are we, mate? How was sort of Dubai and everything?
Yeah, Dubai was good. It was a good holiday / fight week. I took my first holiday with my little girl, so I'm really happy. I enjoyed it. Took the team out there. Jordan's got the best tan ever. I think I come back whiter. But yeah, it was a good week. Good week.
What did you make of sort of, I know it was only a week, but training in Dubai, the whole experience, not only just the fight week, but I was saying to Jordan there, I was like, you can't really train in sort of the afternoon or sort of morning. It's got to be sort of a lot of it is evening training at night time where it's a little bit cooler. What did you make of that whole experience?
It's good. Me and OD talk about it a lot since we've been back. Like, as great as Dubai is, it's phenomenal. Like, you want to be in a camp where you go, train, stay focused, go home. I don't think people could do that much in Dubai. I don't think you could do a real focused camp without distractions in Dubai. As great as it is, there's some great facilities. Shout out to Box IQ because they looked after us while I was out there, and yeah, it was a solid place to go. But I don't think I could ever do a camp out there for someone because the distractions are just crazy.
Well, OD was saying to me that he's got Dubai residency now, so maybe you might have to have a camp out there.
No, he can stay there after his camps are done, but he ain't doing a camp out there, no way. Unless I can take the family, I'll take the family and do it, yeah.
Well, obviously it was a fight. There was a fight there on Saturday with Harley Benn. Didn't get the result that you wanted. Your overall reaction to the performance with getting stopped in round 7?
Like I said, listen, he showed a lot of heart in the fight. He shelled up a lot of it. There's some circumstances in camp that have been addressed in that since. Maybe overlooked how tough Faizan and how good Faizan is. But listen, it's all learning. What he does from here is down to him. Whatever route he wants to take. Maybe Misfits is a good route for him to do. And his team will be behind him doing it.
I was just about to ask you that. I saw in his story that he tagged Misfits Boxing just straight after the fight. Is that something that you're would that be something that you're looking at as a trainer with him? Is that something, the sort of the influencer route, the influence of boxing, is that something that you're willing to push for Harley?
Listen, I think it's a good route. It'd be a good route for him. I don't chase for that. Like, I want pro boxers. I want good, solid. My stable, I feel like we've got some good structure. Everyone's working hard. We're working towards our goals. Misfits not a bit of me, but I would stick by my fighter if he chose that route.
We'll talk about the Misfits on Saturday. What did you make of that savage elbow from KSI?
In Muay Thai ring, it'd be a blinder. But listen, I don't think he meant it. I think a lot of people are giving him a bit too much stick. I don't think he really meant it. I think he's just following through. Where he's raw and wild, the elbows do come through. I've seen it here in sparring with the white collar boys. So I'm pretty sure he didn't mean it.
Well, we just mentioned OD there. It's only right we talk about sort of something that massively involves him this weekend. We saw Rolly Romero stop, I said that in quotation marks, Ismael Barroso. First of all, we'll sort of start on that, the sort of stoppage of when you first saw it. I mean, I know I have to try and remain impartial at times, but stoppages like that, they blow my mind.
Yeah, listen, Barroso was still answering back. Little bit off balance sometimes, but that's because he just swings so wildly. I don't think it was a fair stoppage at all. But listen, I've said this before. Once we get that title off Rolly, we'll give Barroso the first title shot if he wants. Not a problem.
I was going to say that now. This looks at a potential massive fight with Rolly Romero with Ohara Davies. A world title shot is brilliant in itself for someone like OD, and this is what he's been buying for begging for ages, and he finally gets it. And then you're going to fight against someone like Rolly Romero, who you know what to expect with him. Does that make it even extra incentive?
Yeah, listen, they know each other. They've had their sparring history when Ohara was over in that gym. There's going to be a bit of ick with each other. The build-up's going to be interesting. I'm excited for the build-up. Everyone who I spoke to is excited for the build-up. As long as the fight goes through, I'll make sure the camp's bang on for Ohara and make sure we get all the sparring and all the proper training we need. I can put money on Ohara stopping him. I think it'd be too strong.
I was going to say, obviously you talk about the sparring, you talk about the sort of the back and forth. It's already sort of started. He said, Rolly said, "Oh, I want to fight Ryan Garcia." Nobody knows who the fuck Ohara Davies is. Your sort of response to that after the potential sparring stories?
Yeah, of course he knows who he is. He knows exactly who he is. He knows what Ohara's left hand looks like as well. So, yeah, it's just either trying to swerve or he's trying to, and you can't blame him, to make himself some serious money. There's a big name out there for Ryan Garcia, big for the American audience, and rightly so, he's trying to make himself money. But don't avoid the mandatory, mate, because it's coming for you.
I was going to say, if there was for some reason that this didn't happen, where Rolly ended up fighting someone that wasn't Ohara Davies, whether it be a Barroso rematch or it be Ryan Garcia, would this be even more frustrating considering Rolly shouldn't really even be there in the first place with the vacant title?
Yeah, listen, the last time you interviewed me, I complained about it, but yeah, it'd be frustrating, and I'm sure Ohara's management team would kick up a fuss about it, but boxing's strange. Boxing's so strange, and these things happen. Like, 1 minute you've got a solid title shot in the line, and the next minute you're fifth in the fucking ranking. It's just a crazy old place. So, knowing Ohara's luck that he's had, I wouldn't be surprised if something did happen.
Is there a bit of a worry of fan pressure, where you look at the pressure? Obviously, it's meant to be in 120 days, but the fans putting pressure on, WBA, the governing bodies, about we need the rematch first, and potentially robbing Ohara of a world title shot.
Yeah, listen, that's always going to be a big factor, but I don't think the WBA will listen. I think they'll just carry on going through, and hopefully give Ohara his shot, or if they see a better offer to generate a bit of money, they'll do that. But like I said, we'll give Barroso his shot after. They was due to fight a couple of years ago anyway. Didn't happen. We ended up fighting Nicholas Mwanga instead, and so we're due a fight with him. So it'd be interesting. I'd like to do that.
Do you take a lot of positives from Rolly's? For Ohara, do you take a lot of positives where you look at Rolly's performance? Dropped twice, down on all the cards. When you look at that, do you take a lot of? You go into that fight with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I do. But then you can't overlook nothing. It could have been an off night for Rolly. Could have been an extra great night for Barroso. Could have been his last chance saloon. So do you know what I mean? You can't overlook it. But I'm confident in what we could do with Ohara, and I'm confident in Ohara himself. When his mindset's right, he'll do anything he wants to. And like I said, you can't overlook it. But I'm certain he does the job.
When you look at 140 as a whole in the division, you look at obviously Taylor held all the marbles. Now it's sort of all fragmented. It's all scattered. That's where we get OD getting opportunities. Is this where you look at 140 on a world level, OD mixing with the best? Do you look at this division and be like, this is one of the best in boxing, and OD's right in amongst it?
Yeah, listen, I think it won't be a popular opinion, but I think OD is right amongst it, and on his day he's one of the best in the world. People will disagree, people will comment underneath saying fucking deluded, but I believe that. It's a very, very stacked division. There's so many people that ain't massively high in the rankings that are so dangerous, like who fought Teofimo? Sandor Martin. Oh, what a fighter. Solid fighter. People like them, and you've got Progray's an absolute killer at this weight. Yeah, with Matthias, yeah. This is a solid stacked division. So, as stacked as it is, I still think Ohara hangs in with all of them.
We'll talk about the man behind us, Jordan Perkis, fighting for defending his English title against Ashley Lane. A massive fight on a big bill, and it's not just him actually fighting on the card. You've got Galbraith and other guys. A busy night for you again. Yeah,
so I've got Jordan for English title defence against Ashley Lane. A fight we wanted, we sought out and got it. Ashley Lane's a very credible opponent, very good opponent. Listen, Jordan's 6-0. He's very raw. Every person he's fought has had double, triple amount of fights of him. So, and it's his hard work and dedication has shown to get him where he's got. Ashley Lane's a great opponent. I think we'll see the best Jordan Perkis yet, and then move on to bigger things. But who else have we got on there? I've got Jarrell Patterson. Jarrell's a superstar. I think he's going to skyrocket once he puts his performances in. He'll be a household name. We've got Bilal Ali. Since he's left, Tunde has come to me. Tunde's done a fantastic job with him. Sometimes trainers and they hit a wall with fighters. Trainers and fighters hit a wall and then they have to move on. Bilal's with me now. Got 2 good wins, and we're going to move up to bigger opponents now and try and get him up the rankings, maybe for a Southern area or English. Do you know what I mean? Try and build him, and then we've got Thomas Galbraith in a 50-50 with Lorenzo Grasso. Is that right? Yeah. Is it Grasso? I thought Garcia for a second. Interesting fight from my friend Sab's gym. Yes, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a very good night. I think we'll do the job on all fronts.
No, I'm always sort of Joe sort of talked about it in the last interview, and I'm always banging on about your stable and it forever growing. With the potential now to get that world champion, the stable now, do you feel like this is sort of the best it's been best it's been, and it will continue to grow? Would you say? And this is the breakthrough that you need?
Yeah, I'm still new being a pro coach. My first fight as a pro coach was Ohara and Jeff Ofori at a golden contract. So that was my first pro fight. I'm still new in the game, but I'm learning every day. I learn off great coaches that I know, great coaches I'm friends with. I learn studying every day. Ask Melissa. We go to bed or we go home, bit of dinner, and I've got the boxing on. I'm always studying, always learning. So I know I'm new in the game. I've had older coaches joke like, "Oh, you don't know what you're in for." I know exactly what I'm in for. I'm trying. I'm working hard. It's my passion more than anything. So, and if Ohara getting a win will prove a lot of doubters wrong. I don't want names coming here. I like the stable I've got. I want glory for all of them. One win, we all win. Do you know what I mean? We're a big family here.
And it's a good thing you said that, because when sort of the world champions come, and obviously you are you'd be a world champion trainer, a lot of that, different methods and opinions and everything that comes, especially with Ohara and guys like that. Is it important to stick to what you believe in and stick to what you know and what almost got you to the dance? I know you have to adapt at times, but it's also important to stick to what got you there.
Yeah, stick to what you know, but then adaptation is the key as well. Like, you've got to be open to learning. That's the biggest thing. And a friend of mine complimented me on it, that I'm just always open to taking a bit of information and learn as much as I can. I learn off other coaches. Listen, there's great young coaches out there. Billy Rumble, this is a mutual friend of ours, superb young coach. He's got the same mindset as me, just wants to learn and get better. That's why we do a lot of sparring days together. You've seen his boys down here today. So I just want to be the best I can be, bring the best out of the boys I've got. Got some new faces hopefully joining. I'm going to shout out Patricia and Butter. Where are you? You've got your week with me soon. I can't mention the other faces yet. We've got to make them solid, but a couple of trial weeks, and then we'll see some faces in the stable.
Well, Will, thank you as always thank you for the tracksuit. Thank you for always letting me down your gym, and thank you for the interview, mate. I'll hopefully, if the bosses are watching this, I'll get that trip to OD's next fight against Rollys.
Yeah,
so
give him a chance. Let's get him to America or Dubai. Or even if he's in Butlins, let him go.
Will Jones, thank you for your time, mate, and all the best. Thank you.